But speaking of the college football playoff, and you've been listening to Minucci and I for the last 18 years, you know my love for the Fiesta Bowl and the Guaranteed Rate Bowl. Having been a volunteer and a Yellow Jacket since the mid-'90s, and we're really excited as a committee to now have a new leader to take us into the next chapter of the Fiesta Bowl, and that is Erik Moses, who joins us now as the new executive director and CEO, and he joins us now on the Right Toyota guest line. Erik, Rock, Minucci, Jimmy B, thanks so much for making some time, and welcome to the Valley.
Gentlemen, thank you for having me. Hopefully this is the first of many conversations we will have.
Oh, believe me, you have no idea about that.
Erik, you just opened up Pandora's box.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
We love talking college football, man, and myself being a committee member as long as I have, and bleed the yellow, and pretty excited about you being on board. And what I was pretty excited, myself being a marketer as well, is someone that has a lot of different experience in different sports. And the fact that you came from a market like Nashville and the Speedway, and myself being involved in a Bell Bank Park, and we're getting ready to, hopefully break ground in Nashville here in a year or two. It's good to have diversity in the sense of different sports. And I think that's really going to help the Fiesta Bowl.
No, I appreciate that. And I appreciate your support for such a long time as the Yellow Jacket committee member. And, I hear that guy sitting next to you knows a little bit about football as well, and maybe his alma mater might end up in Guaranteed Rate Bowl if we're lucky. So happy to be here, happy to be in the Valley of the Sun. I'm so excited about getting involved with this community to continue the great work that this organization has been doing for 50-plus years.
Yeah, Erik, this is Minucci. Yeah, my K-State Wildcats, we travel extremely well. Yeah. And we love, the folks in the Little Apple, Manhattan, Kansas, love coming out here. And speaking of that, with the great game experience that is a Fiesta Bowl, not to put any pressure on you, but all the folks from K-State, wherever, say this is the best bowl that they attend because of the hospitality and all the above. So when a guy comes from the outside into the inside, talk to the reputation you've heard about it and some of the things you'd like to enhance, or are you of the sound mind of if it ain't broke, don't fix it?
Well, the reputation for world-class hospitality is a calling card of the Fiesta Bowl organization, and it's something that we have to continue moving forward. And what is, as you guys know, becoming probably a much more competitive landscape in the bowl system with the expansion to 12 teams and new stadiums being built in places like Nashville and other places. So we're going to have to ensure that continues to be our calling card. And the way we're going to do that is to continue to have folks like you guys volunteering, giving of your time, your energy, your finances, and your passion to help support the work that we're doing here. So, I think having an outsider's perspective can sometimes be helpful in things like this. But Minucci, you're right. If it ain't broke, I'm not trying to fix it. I'm trying to look for ways to enhance things that are good, to make them better, and looking for deficiencies, if there are any, where we can shore those things up.
Hey, Erik, it's Jimmy B. I'm real curious to get your perspective, because here you are, the new guy on the block, and all of a sudden, we've got the college football playoffs.
Yeah. Welcome in, Erik.
Not much on your plate, right?
Well, the very unique and luxury I have this year is that I don't take operational control until January 1st. Jim Hatfield, who is a board member and has been the interim for several months now, is leading the team through this bowl season. I'll have the great opportunity to observe our folks in show, see what they do, how they do it, and also be able to participate a little bit. But it won't be on my scorecard. I won't get the decision on this one. Neither a win nor a loss nor a save on this one. So I'll see what works well, and we'll figure out what we're going to do for 23.
So let me ask you. So you say, is it January 1st or January 2nd? Because the game's on the 31st, so you get to firsthand see this hospitality that we offer, and then bam, we go into the next year. So are you on right at midnight, or how's that work?
Well, our chair, Randy Norton, has told me I have the pleasure of getting up at the wee hours of the morning to see off our two teams from the Fiesta Bowl on the morning of the 1st. So I think it's January 1st.
That's good. Okay. And I will tell you, that is one, I've been what they call a team liaison, Erik, and I'm sure you heard about all that. And what's so cool about that is important. Win or lose, the teams that leave and the amount of volunteers and fans that come out to say goodbye, after a great week of hospitality and a great game, to get on that airplane to go home is really, really special. And it's one of the coolest things that we offer is to do that when they leave. So I think no matter what time it is, how early it is, I'm sure you're going to really enjoy it.
No, I'm looking forward to it. You guys may not know, but, when I was a sports commissioner in Washington, D.C., I helped start the Military Bowl.
Oh, that's right.
That's it. Yep. There in Maryland. And so, the thing I love about college sports is the opportunity to interface with the young people, the young men and women, and in this case, young men who are involved in participating in these games, and to be able to talk to them a little bit about the specialness of participating in a thing like this that's been going on for this long, and win or lose, to take what they can from that experience. And hopefully we can make it something that they remember all their lives.
Erik Moses joining us. He's the new executive director and CEO for the Fiesta Bowl, of course, Guaranteed Rate Bowl as well. When you look back at some of your past, I'm anxious to get your take. It's something that Minucci and I and Jimmy B talk a lot about is all these football leagues that are going on. And you spent some time with the XFL for that second stint. Now they're getting ready to do a third stint. Do you think it's going to work? I mean, what is it going to take for these leagues to work, XFL or USFL?
And Erik, I was part of the USFL many, many years ago when you guys were just youngsters. And to Rock's point there, is there finally that wherewithal or that cachet to carry it?
Is there enough money? Is there enough money for it to make it?
Bottom line.
Oh. Well, here's my take. One, Minucci, I was a New Jersey Generals fan growing up in New Jersey, so I am familiar with the first iteration of the USFL.
Okay.
The business model makes sense. Football is by far the most popular sport in America, and what all of those spring leagues are trying to do is to provide football fans football when there is none to consume.
Right.
Between the end of the middle of February, a week after the Super Bowl, through the end of April. And so I think there is a market for it. The networks certainly do, or else Fox wouldn't have taken a chance to bring the USFL back by themselves if they didn't think that the content was valuable. So I think it can happen. We were on our way to making certain that the XFL in its second iteration was going to be successful. And were it not for the pandemic, I believe we would be seeing that league flourish right now. A third bite at the same apple, I just don't know. I think I hope that they're going to be successful. I have friends that are still there with the league. If they have some name players that folks recognize, I think they've got the right cities and the right facilities this time, and I hope that they can be successful.
And Erik, for me, training a lot of quarterbacks throughout the nation, a couple guys looking to get some shots at the XFL and being a backup quarterback in the league, what a great place for some of these younger guys to mature or get the experience or be the minor leagues in spring, and maybe they have a shot at the NFL in the fall.
Yeah, and look, they're getting, and Minucci, you'll appreciate this. I mean, they're getting game film, which is the most valuable thing you can have when you're looking to go into the NFL or go into somebody's training camp. So the play schedule is set up so that those guys can come right out of the spring football league and go right into training camps for NFL teams. Bringing it full circle, my XFL experience, our starting quarterback was Cardell Jones from Ohio State.
Yes.
Wow,
and
yeah.
So, now coming to the Fiesta Bowl, given how many times
3 minutes
it's played, it feels like it's coming full circle.
Well, Erik, welcome to the Valley. You're going to love it here. I thought I was only going to be out here for a little internship with the Cardinals back in '92, and I'm still here. So I think you're going to love it here, and I look forward to meeting you in person and having you on our show quite a bit. And thank you for making some time today, and welcome.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. And I'll see you Selection Sunday.
You got it.
There you go.